Hello and welcome to a little update video on the Kei Truck. Well, it's not little actually because we've done quite a bit, but the truck is little, but this video is going to be, I'll try and get through it as quick as I can. I haven't done any videos, I should have been keeping you up to date with what was going on in it, but I haven't because insert many excuses here. So we won't get into it, but there's many excuses. So let's turn the camera around and show you what she looks like now. I absolutely love this thing and it's starting to really look how I want it to look. There's still lots to do, but it's getting there. So let's get into the obvious things we've done. It's a lot lower to the ground. It's had a 7-inch drop all the way around. That was quite a nightmare to do, but it's all sorted now. So it's now 7 inches lower than before and it looks so much better. I had to remove the rear mud guards because, well, we dropped it 7 inches and they were, well, the tyres sat where the arches used to be. The front, we've now got 100mm arches on. Are they 90, 95? Something like that. Let's say 90 for argument's sake, but 90mm wide arches because the poke is pretty serious on the wheels. So these are not obviously the same wheels that we had. These are 15x8s. Originally it was 13x5.5s. Like when in the last video, these are 15x8. Sitting really nicely now. That took a lot of effort to get this done. It would have been far easier if I just bought wheels that fit, but I didn't. I bought these because I googled it and it said that these were 4x100, so I thought, right, I'll get 4x100, they'll bolt straight on, perfect. That clearly didn't go like that at all because this 4x110, which is stupidly rare PCD, so I had to get adapters made, which means he's now spaced 20mm all around, as well as a 3-inch wider wheel with a lot lower offset. So yeah, that took quite a bit of persuasion to get these wheels to fit, but it's 100% worth it. Now it's a lot lower to the ground, it's a lot stiffer, it's got wider tyres on it, so it's a little bit easier to drive. It handles a lot better, but that way it's a lot stiffer, and it looks so much cooler. I'm so happy. The effort to get it that low on those wheels, yeah, I'll show you a bit more in detail in a second. The other thing you notice is I have put, I don't know if I showed you that in the last video, that wasn't on there I don't think, but I put a Volkswagen VR6 splitter on here, which is the same as what I have on the RX-7, and you can buy them on eBay for like 15 quid and just make them fit anything you want. I'm not sold on this yet. I'm going to be changing this. I put splitter stays on and I had the side bits of the splitter as well, but unfortunately they don't fit with these arches and wheels at the moment, so I've got to make some changes there. But yeah, there's obviously more work to do. The other major modification, which in my eyes is the best that I've done, apart from the wheels, the best is the headlight conversion. So this is actually a pre-facelift front end, and obviously this is the facelift truck, so we've retrofitted the older front end on it, and the reason why is because, well, that just looks so much better. I absolutely love it. The old ones used to come out, and this is the pre-facelift bumper, so you know, now it's just, look at that, it's so much better. Originally they used to come right out here and it looked like it had a pair of boobies, which I didn't like. So now we've got the proper front end. I've had to make this grille for now, and I've put some Kenji on there, which that actually says Sonax in Japanese, which is quite cool. But that panel there is white because that's the colour the truck's going to go. So I've just made that grille and that will all tie in once it's done. We'll get rid of that and I'm going to put something like, I don't know, what was it I was going to say? Yamaha or something like that, or Yamahatsu, which would be quite cool. Yamaha stroke Daihatsu. We'll see. We'll come up with something on there. I might put the Yamaha badge on there just to give away a little bit of what it is. So those are the major changes on the front. Yeah, let's give you a bit of perspective from the rear. So obviously we don't have the mud guards anymore. Still got to sort this bed out. I don't like it. It's going to change. I'm supposed to be having a body kit made for it, which I've been waiting for it to be done, and it's still, as you can see, not done. So I need to maybe start pushing people and getting things done. But the main aim is for it to line up with the body where it should be, and follow the line from the bottom. I don't know if you see the bottom of the wheel arch here along, so she does look low all around. I'm going to get a diffuser for the rear. I have some cool new lights to replace these horrible things. I've got some Lamborghini style LED lights, which are pretty cool. But yeah, that's pretty much how it's been on the outside. The cab is still untidy, still not a super clean truck, and to be honest, it's never going to be a super clean truck. I have somebody who's willing to wrap it, so that's a possibility, or I could get it painted, which was the original plan. Both of them are a possibility. I'm not sure what to do yet. The truck has to go white. This bed has to have a body kit on it, and it has to go white. I'm thinking just to run the line of the body kit in line with the front wheels, as you can see, with the body, and then the arches I've got here, I have more that I can put on here, so we'll see. But that's the idea. Right, interior wise, what have I done inside? Quite a lot. Let's open the door. Right, it's not tidy. Nothing's tidy in this because it's still an ongoing project. So first thing, I made a dash because I needed a dash, to be fair, and yeah, bit of MDF, bit of Alcantara, looks beautiful. Put some gauges in, got a nice volt gauge because we have no idea whether this thing charges a battery or not, and yeah, why not? You just have a plain dash otherwise, so I just put as many as I can in. Gauges on there. That I've got the cowling for here, which I need to screw on, but that just tidies that up. What else have I done? Oh, yep. Bride material on the door cards. We fitted a stereo system, a full ICE build. Actually, it's not. It's just a pair of component speakers and a double head unit, but that's full in my eyes. Bride material because it is cool. Bucket seat. We've got a single bucket seat now, and I have made a seat for the other side. I have the best cushions in the world. It's cat harness cushions. That is just fantastic. We come around, Domo's sat in there loving life. Here we are. So I had seat bases and that for this. Bought these headrests at a show. Put one on there because why not, even though it's a Cobra. Why not? And I bought these, I bought the material and I had the bases anyway, so I just made them up. Drift handle because you got to have something to hold on to. Oh yes, the best mirror ever. Full JDM wide angle drift mirror or race mirror, whatever you want to call it. That's in there. Bride material. Loving the dash. So yeah, the interior's had quite a lot, and it's actually, I was going to say it's quite a nice place to be then, but it's actually not a nice place to be. So what do we do? Right, okay, so to get the wheels to fit, we've had to cut away a lot of the bodywork. I'm not gonna zoom in my butchery, but the body shop is going to sort out my butchery. You can kind of see here where it's disappeared, and I'm glad it's blurred because it's not the best job, but they are going to sort it out. They just wanted me to cut the material away and then they'll tidy it up. But we had to cut 3 inches out of the door, and pretty much the whole arch has had to disappear to get the wheels to turn. So it's been eventful. But I'm really starting to love the way this looks now. The cab is pretty much how I want it to look, apart from being the wrong colour. But the rear, we need to sort the bed. So that's next. I have lots of plans for the engine bay because this is going to be bolted down. I've got the holes ready to bolt this down. So this is going to become the permanent bed, and then the body kit will be built off of it. So I needed to find a way to sort this out. So I'm going to cut a hole here, which is where the engine is. If I lift this up, that's where the engine is. So I'm going to cut a hole there so that the engine is visible. I'm going to tidy up the rocker cover. I'm going to tidy up the carbs. I'm going to get, yes, it's missing a filter, I know, because I've stolen it for another project. So I'm going to get all of that tidied up, and then that will look a lot better, you know, with a hole in the aluminium, with the engine on display. get everything tidied up, new core packs, new leads, you know, that's going to look pretty special through there. I need to cut a hole for the fuel filler because, yep, that will be a schoolboy error, won't it? And I'm trying to find some trumpets instead of those filters. So basically what you'll see is a hole here, a tidy hole, and then the engine just on display with a nice painted rocker cover, everything new, clean, you know, powder coated or painted, whatever I decide, all nice colours. Trying to get some carb trumpets coming off. That will just look really special. Yeah, and then the bed, yeah, the rear, we'll sort that out. But yeah, that's kind of where we are at the moment. Just really waiting on the body kit now, so we can move on to the next bit. That's why I haven't fixed these properly, because currently they open with the door. And to be honest, they might have to stay like that, because as soon as I made a cut on here, they just flap around. So I don't really know the solution to that, but we'll cross that bridge when the rest of it's done. But for now, that will certainly do. But as I said, this is really starting to look how it should look. I just can't wait to get this done. A few other ideas. Going to run a spoiler off the roof. So a nice roof spoiler, I think. And then once the body kit's done, it has to have a ducktail, I think. Either a ducktail or a big wing on the back. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But it's so much better, so much lower, so much better handling. And one thing you guys probably haven't actually done is hear it. Let me see if I can get her started. I had it warm earlier, so let's see, it should start up, hopefully. Yes, she's alive. Let's give her a little rev so you can hear the old the engine. What a machine. I really need to get some videos of us driving this because it's so funny. Not done many miles in it. I mean, to be fair, I haven't even done a mile in it because, well, I'm probably just a little bit scared of taking it too far. Not because I'm scared of driving it, just because I'm scared of the reliability of it. And unfortunately, you can't help yourself in it. It just wants to rev, it wants to do silly things, and I'm immature, so it's very difficult to drive it sensibly. So I'm kind of getting out of my system now, and I want to actually just get out on the road and give it a chance to see exactly what it's like to drive. Like if you just try and drive it sensibly, rather than try and, you know, do burnouts and donuts and drifting everywhere. But yeah, I want to give it a chance to see what it can actually do. But it's the reliability that worries me more than anything. I just don't know. You know, bike engines should be super reliable. Everyone's telling me that, you know, the engine is ultra reliable. But we've done a lot of work to it, and I don't know. I still have to, there's still things to do. So I've still got wire in the headlights. No, sorry, not the headlights, the side lights. So I've had to buy these because I couldn't find them anywhere secondhand, so I had to buy them new. So I've got to wire them in because obviously the wiring's for the original headlights, not these. So I need to do that. And yes, there's lots of little things, but you know, there's still lots of major things. I'm going to, I think, extend the front splitter down and then put another one on the front, so it won't go over any speed bumps, but who cares? It doesn't need to be super clean, this van, because the way it drives and stuff, it's going to, unfortunately, you know, it's going to eat itself. It already has. So originally, these arches are now, like I said, 95 mil arches. Before it was 80 mil, I think I had on there, and it sat lovely. So the wheel was poking a little bit, the stretch tire, the arch was sat perfectly on the tire. The stance, as the youth would call it, was absolutely spot on. The only issue is, I took it for a drive, got onto the power in a, well, I didn't take it for a drive, I just took it outside basically. Added some steering angle, got on the power because it's, as I said, I'm immature. Lit up the rear, did a nice little drifty, had to go full lock one way, and the passenger side arch was flying through the air and was broken into like 5 million pieces because the tyre had caught it. So I've had to go a bit wider, which is actually a good thing. So it was good that I took it out and did that, because now I realise that I needed wider arches, even though it looked cool. And that's kind of what it's like, is you take it out, you find things wrong with it, or something breaks, and then you need to fix it. So yeah, there's lots of cool stuff to do. It's now starting to look like I want it to look. We need to get as I said, we need to get the body kit sorted. I need to get the cab painted or wrapped or something, get the cool livery on it. And then it really will start to look like my truck, or how I want it to look. I need to get the engine on display, things like that. And then it really will be cool. And we're really hoping I can get it out to some shows next year now. Take it to some shows and really promote the backside out of Sonax, and because I think that this is going to get so much attention. If we can get it into a few like drift shows and that as well, it'd be pretty cool. Not me driving. I hopefully know some reasonably good drifters, or better than me, who will be able to pilot this a bit better than I can, because I'm not a drifter. And I don't think that this is a vehicle to learn in either. I don't think this is the learner drifter that you should buy. I think most people start with like an IS200 and MX5. They don't start with a stupid short wheelbase thing like this with too much power and no weight. So yeah, it's not a learner drifter. Just trying to think if there's any last things. Canards, spotted them. Canards need to have put on. So yeah, there we go. I'm not going to bore you anymore, because I'm just talking and talking and talking. But that's a little update for you there. Let us know in the comments what you think of it, and also give me some ideas. I'm looking for ideas on it. It's one of those things that you can kind of go stupid with. You can do silly things to it. So yeah, give me some ideas. Maybe spot something that I should do or whatever. Let me know, and also let me think of how it's getting on so far. And I will try my best to keep you updated with it a lot more than this, and keep you on the journey. And also hoping to get some how-to videos and stuff up very, very soon as well, because the content's dropped off lately. So yeah, that's my plan. Right, I'm going to leave it there, and I'll see you in the next video, whatever it may be. Hopefully something big on this, but I'll see you soon.